Climate challenge is fundamentally all about ice. The reason why we have these extreme weather patterns all over the world and rising sea levels is that the glaciers and the ice are melting. They are melting in Iceland, they are melting in Greenland, they are melting in Antarctica, they are melting in the Himalaya. If the glaciers and the ice were not melting, there wouldn't be a climate problem, because all this evidence we see of climate transformation is simply caused by the interaction between the ice and the rest of the world. The reason why the monsoon system is now in disarray is the melting of the Arctic sea ice. So I have been privileged to follow Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber from the time when he was simply a young visionary into this global leader he is now. And even if he is the CEO of the oil company, people should not forget that he is one of a very small group of leaders in clean energy transformation with an extraordinary track record. And I think what's extraordinary about Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber's appointment is that he is willing himself to come forward and let the world test his leadership. That takes courage, that takes a daring, but it also takes the strong vision, which I saw in his eyes when he came to my library as a young man in 2006. Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week has developed into becoming the biggest annual gathering of the sustainability leadership in the entire world. A gathering of all those who are committed to transform the world in a sustainable way, not only the political leadership and the environmentalists and the scientists, but also the businesses and the young people, the young generation, which that in itself is very important. In the first decades of my life, we were among the poorest countries in Europe. We are now among the most affluent and prosperous, in the top seats in almost every league table of health, education, equality, democracy, happiness, you name it. But also during the first decades of my life, over 80% of our energy came from imported oil and coal. We are now number one in the world in the terms of clean energy transformation. 100% of our electricity is from clean energy resources, hydro and geothermal. Because due to our clean energy transformation, we can offer constant energy prices 10 years, 20 years into the future. You cannot do that anywhere else in the world. So the primary lesson of Iceland is that a comprehensive clean energy transformation is an extraordinary good business. It's the foundation of our prosperity. It's a foundation of our economic success. It's a foundation of the entrepreneurship that each new generation can actually employ. So the core lessons of Iceland is that we can save the planet and make a good business at the same time. So my most important wish in terms of sustainability is for people to understand that sustainability is the road to progress, to prosperity, to good health, to good education, to food. At the same time, we can create good life for everybody and save the future of the planet. On a personal level, one can do a lot of things. One can buy food products that are grown in a sustainable way, which I try to do. I only buy vegetables which are produced in Iceland in a factory by using water. No soil, no pesticides, no chemicals, simply water. And then of course in other everyday life we try to sort out our waste and so on in order to make sure that things are being recycled. All these personal things are important, But the big thing all over the world is to change the energy system, change the food production. Masdar is a symbol for the 21st century, as the Eiffel Tower was for the 20th century. Masdar is the message. We don't have to wait decades for the technologies to be created. To save the planet by building urban areas with zero energy, zero emission, zero fossil fuel energy, zero waste. Masdar is a visionary global landmark that should inspire people from all over the world, from every country, every continent, that we can do it. We don't have to wait decades for somebody to come along and create a new technology that will solve all these problems.